Guys, it's Monday. We're just done sprint planning. What are you doing, Jack?
Yeah, for me, so kind of all over the place this week. I'll be helping out with the WooLoop Science DLC. I'll be starting the Cutting Pixels Lunar DLC, which is one with the pull, which is good. And I'll be doing a little bit of Skystead stuff as well, working on the Skylets.
Yeah, for me, WooLoop a little bit, because we've got the WooLoop DLC coming out. I want to help you out with that, just to sort of make sure you're not panicking about it. Other than that, Skystead Ranch would be really good to actually get some actual work done on it instead of just publish your stuff, so that'll be really good. I think Laura's going to be doing some more modelling for the assets and stuff like that. Yeah, and then we've got a volunteer that's out of shot.
And yeah, for me, as Jack said, mostly the science DLC for WooLoop, but also some of the Storebridge stuff towards the end of the week for the new Cutting Pixels DLC as well.
Right, okay, so yesterday was a really fun day. As you can see, I did manage to get all the texturing done for the cat, and overall I'm quite happy with the design. I'll quickly hide the rig here. And yeah, overall it's looking pretty good. Originally it was a lot more simple. There wasn't all this pattern work in here, and especially there was a little less work texturing on the tail as well. But the guys and Laura thought that it needed a bit more. It did follow the original design, but when transferred into 3D, it didn't pop as much as the Corgi. So we decided to add some extra flair, and overall it looks a lot nicer and definitely matches our Skylet sort of style. I also managed to get round to rigging as well. So the character is coming along quite nice, and the rig is looking pretty good. I was doing a lot of experiments with the tail yesterday. So essentially what I did was Blender has a built-in cat rig that I thought I would use as a basis. So I essentially put in the rig, and the rigs in Blender are good, but they're way too complex for our designs. So I went in, shifted things around, deleted lots of parts, and essentially just started renaming things and making it a little bit more towards what we need. Wasn't too much renaming, essentially just more so in the tail, like I'll show in a second. But overall, I'm quite proud of the rig. The tail is working really well. I essentially use a damp track system, so the tips of the tail will follow the bone behind it. So this bone will follow this bone, and this bone will follow that bone. So if I move the core of the rig, the tail will bounce up and down, which looks really cool. And we've got some new ears as well. So once we rotate the ears, it can do that sort of cat sort of look where it puts the ears back. I know Lee wanted this sort of style for the ears because the cats show a lot of personality in their ears. So overall, I'm quite proud of the rig. It's run quite well.
Okay, yeah, so today's been pretty exciting. I'm finally working back on Skystead Ranch, actually doing dev stuff, which is really great. And yeah, I've started by... Well, there's a lot of stuff that I stripped out. There's a lot of like a lot of the tutorial and a lot of the cutscenes and things like that I've took out that we're not going to be needing. We'll probably just have to do something else in future. But then I've been working on a scene block out for the new Sky Island. So the plan with this was we were wanting to essentially revisit it because we did get a bit of feedback saying, well, it wasn't really feedback, but we just noticed that the size of the main island was too big, especially for the tutorial island. You'd spend a lot of the time trying to manipulate the floor and things like that. So we've shrunken the scale down of the whole island by quite a bit. A couple of other things were done. We moved the boats to just a bit more of an off angle. The mine's over here now instead of over on the right. The idea with that was because we were just looking at the cliff face for the entire time before, and it didn't really look good. So we've got this the house up here on this little playable area that you'll have access to pretty early in the game. And we've got a double waterfall now. So there's a lot of changes, but generally this same idea is the same. So we've got a starting area over here on the left. This zone we're calling it the forest zone. That's where you'll unlock a lot of trees and stuff. We've got the cave, which will be the entrance to here, and that'll be sort of like an inside zone. And then we've got the top, the hilltop over here, which is on the right side of the island now. And yeah, and then we're going to have a lift, which I'm proposing we just put it here. Why not? And then this will go down to the beach island underneath.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm new here. I've been here for a week and a half, and I'm making a beehive today. It has like a little flower in the middle. It's very cute. I've put in substance painter to texture it. I'm not sure what color I should make the rock, but it's a stone beehive, so it should look like a rock.
Just another day of focusing on WooLoop, the science level. So Jack's been making more of these line art drawings for me, which has been working really well in increasing the workflow. So today I've made 3 levels already. I'm working on the 4th, as well as correcting a mistake with this level as well. So yeah, it's greatly increasing the actual workflow. I'm still working on the safety first level now, which I've got here imported into the editor already. But as well as that, I'm getting ready for this afternoon. So around 7 PM, I have a sort of a presentation with a youth group down in Essex, and they just want some insight on the games industry. So yeah, I'm just going to go through explaining our new game and sort of where we're at the moment in terms of finding publishers and stripping back the demo. Haven't really considered too much I'm going to talk about. This was the pitch deck that Rob put together when we started looking for publishers and grant money. Just explaining the game. So I'm going to use this as basis. As you said, I've updated it a bit, so no longer asking for money on the presentation, and also added Laura to the team page there as well. But yeah, I'll get ready for that, and that's not until 7 PM, so still a bit of time to prepare for that.
Okay, so today we're back to work on the Coloring Pixels DLC, and this is for the Lunar New Year DLC. So far it's been a fun one. This is the first image that I've created. Lee's looking for a new icon for the store page. I'm thinking he wants a dragon, as it is Year of the Dragon, but I thought I'd start off something a little bit simpler first, so I thought I would go with some traditional Lunar New Year lanterns, and overall quite happy with this one, liking the colour palette between the contrast with the red and the blue sky, so overall quite happy. And as for now, I'm going to move on and do some firecrackers, as that's also quite a staple in Lunar New Year. So I think I'm going to keep this one quite simple, make another icon, and we'll see how it comes out.
So I spent most of today making this WooLoop level and the Earth's core. It's a very large level, so it took longer than expected, but it's looking quite good. Still needs testing, so we'll see how it turns out in the actual build. But on that, I took a break from WooLoop and made the Lunar New Year store page, because Jack's got some levels done, as well as enough for the art over there in the top right. Went for the Chinese New Year sort of colour scheme as well, the red and the gold. I think it's worked out quite well. But yeah, that's been sent off to Steam for review, so hopefully that'll be back in time to announce it at the end of the week. So a bit of an update on where we're at with the Science DLC for WooLoop. So all the levels have been made now, and I've just gone ahead and uploaded the achievements so I can get them tested. But as you can see, I only have a few of the levels completed, so I can only test the ones on here. Rob's over there testing the last few. But that being said, we can't check the achievement for all of the DLC levels being done today, and that's because obviously neither of us have the full DLC completed at the minute. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to release it without checking this DLC, just hope it works. But it's something we can quickly fix if it does go wrong. On a side note, new mouse as well. Because when I was testing WooLoop and stuff, noticed that the mouse kept sticking, and it started getting annoying. So new mouse, it's wireless as well, which is quite nice. But Rob picked a nice garish yellow.
Okay, so most of my day has been spent blocking out this new island scene. It's come along really nicely. I spent a lot of it doing it on stream, and we essentially got this design done here. We spent a lot of work getting the vines looking right, and essentially making the whole layout look as if it's natural. And overall, we're quite proud of it. It looks really good. So I thought off stream, I would just continue the other side. And we're getting there. It's a lot quicker this time, as I'm using pretty much the assets from this side and just editing them over. So essentially, I'll drag one over, and I'll just chip into this, make some differences to make it look a little different, and then just essentially fill in the rest of the gaps. And so far it's getting there. I should be done the next hour. Guys!
Jack!
It's the weekend. We've made it. It is, yes. It's the weekend. We've made it. Well, no, what we've been up to. I forgot what I was going to say.
You haven't recorded so long.
I haven't recorded in a while. Yeah. Goalie.
So yeah, the Science DLC for WooLoop should be out by a week for you guys, so make sure to check that out if you haven't looked already. But more importantly as well, we have the next Coloring Pixels DLC coming out the week after this video, I believe, which is the Lunar New Year, just in time for the Lunar New Year as well, so we can celebrate that with Coloring Pixels.
Yeah, we'll be working on Hexseed, the new Hexseed DLC coming out, which will be in February, I think, mid-February. So there'll be the year 4 pass for that to check out as well. Fingers crossed. We haven't sent that style pages up. We probably should have. It's might have by next week. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all Patreons who support us, everyone on Discord, everyone who tuned into the stream that Jack did earlier today as well. That was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Thank you. You sure? Yeah.